Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Watson going deep for Hopkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 44 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
On 1st down, Watson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around. Not having that success, might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get it back in form.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. On 2nd down now. It's Miller. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Jones on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know
under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. J.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
40 set, 18.
Watson on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Watson to throw again. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To the air yet again, Watson. Flush to his right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. He uncorks it for Snead. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1. At their 49.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. To throw is Watson. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Now Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. The 20. There he goes right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their own 22. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 24, Watson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Matt Judon able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. 48 Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Here's Watson throwing on 3rd and long. He finds his target, Fuller. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
First down, Houston.
Where's the set? 19. Ricky.
A shotgun handoff now to Miller. A gain of 3, 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 53 yards, and the Texans have cut it to within a score. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I talked with one of the better defense coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? He said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Mike, 55.
From the gun, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. That one good for 26 and a first down. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Jackson now. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Now Jackson operating from the gun. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Zach Cunningham in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. On the return, Carter. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Check it backer, check it backer.
Here's Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. 48 for Mike.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Matt Judon getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for a 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. 11 yards there, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Ingram. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. I got you, punk. 41 mic.
Again, Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
I'm going to run you over.
On second down, Ingram. And here he'll get it down to the 7th. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now, I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
47, 19. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Buying time to his left. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back to throw, Watson. That one good for 37 yards. And this is caught at the 8. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Check.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Second down and goal. Watson being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now Watson on third and goal. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson. Connects it to Roberts, right side. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Set, ready. Get your move there.
Throwing now is Jackson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Set. Ready. Check, 41. Here we go. 1985.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One last throw here for Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.